Tonight's chant is Trey is balding. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video here at Baldcafe, sponsored by Leaf Shave. Guys, if you're in the market for a new razor, a sustainable one, the one that I use, check Leaf Shave. First link in that description box. In this video, I'm here to react and I'm here to open a discussion. This is what I'm talking about. Now straight away, guys, if you'd already seen this clip here posted by Barstool, thank you for your messages on this one. Go ahead straight away down in the comment section, let me know your thoughts. Let's dissect this a little bit, right? They're in the playoffs. In the first game, Trey Young here, he got that game-winning shot. And you can see him there, right? At the end, he's talking to the crowd. He's goading the crowd a little bit, telling them to hush. Apparently the crowd was booing him all game. Okay, and that was his response. So this chant here is coming out of the second game here in New York. The crowd, they weren't holding back and they went in with that balding ridicule. We've got this flyer. Tonight's chant is Trey is balding. If we look a bit closer here, guys, at only 22 years old, Trey's hair is thinning at an alarmingly fast pace. And he has a bald spot forming on the crown of his head. This will be a much more effective chant to take, looks like a typo there, to take advantage of home court and throw Trey off his game. They're thinking, you know, that balding, it's got to be a mad insecurity for this guy. Let's go for that one. Let's get in his head. Let's mess him up. We're here on Trey Young's Instagram. Now, if we kind of go like stalker weird vibes and we start trying to find some pictures that show his hair and we do some weird like stalkery zoom in stuff here, look. Okay, you know, maybe I can kind of see that there's some like thinning going on. It's right, maybe at the back there, we got some kind of, you know, maybe some thinning going on, but dude seems to have a pretty solid hairline and whatever, right? This whole chant thing, this attack at this young man's like hair loss or possible insecurities around this thinning hair, clearly a dick move. Let's be honest, right? Clearly a dick move. There's no question of that. But Trey Young, he's at the tippy top here of basketball, right? Becoming a master of his craft, clearly loaded, got fat contracts. I think Trey Young himself is going to be fine. It's probably not, if I was to speculate, probably not massively affected by this stuff. And I really think and I really hope he'll let his performance like shut everyone up and do all the talking. Hair or no hair, like this guy is clearly winning, and in the grand scheme of things, he's going to be absolutely fine. For a moment, let's just touch on the irony of this clip, right? You're male and you're out of puberty. You look at my guy here who's like leading the chant, like really enthusiastically leading this chant here. And I think what I'd say to that guy is, dude, like for real, be careful what you wish for, man. I was there sometimes, you know, having a little dig at a few of my mates with some slowly receding hairlines. Didn't think it would be me. And maybe this guy and a few of the other guys there probably thinking the same thing. I just kind of found that a little bit ironic. The people that were like getting involved in this chant, it's like, dude, in a couple of years' time, could be regretting that move. This also reminds me of an article that I saw. I'm going to share it with you guys here. I thought LeBron was lame for going bald until it happened to me. I'll put a link to that one down below, right? LeBron was lame for going bald. And when it happened to him, he was like, damn, okay, I can kind of relate now. Guys, let's check out some of the comments here, because this is an interesting part, right? What do other people see? So, you know, some people straight away still balling though, which is very true, right? People calling it lame, wins one playoff game and people are attacking him, I'm guessing. People saying he's got the worst NBA hair. Trey is balling, a lot of Trey fans. Trey is rent-free in their heads. You know, he's doing his thing. Let his performance and stuff like that do the talking. I think very smart. Every bald guy in the crowd is like Homer Simpson and the Bush gift, right? Yeah, you know, you've seen that where they're like, people are getting that chant going, Trey is balding. All the balding people are like, don't want to get called out on it, right? And we're going to touch on that more in a minute. Like, here we go. Look, balding people, they're like shaming balding people, right? And this one is interesting, right? Sad to see in 2021, there's still so much anti-balding hate. I stand with all my bald kings. Hold the mayo _ I stand with you too, brother. 100%. So it was good to see some of those top comments that are coming through. People were like, this shit's kind of lame, to be honest. Now let's get some reactions from some of the guys here in the Baldcafe community, right? I asked over on Instagram, hey man, responding to your Insta story, I think it really sucks. Bit that especially got me was highlighting his age, i.e. he's only 22, which reflects this harmful and unfair view that to lose your hair when you're young is somehow failing, right? Like there's an acceptable age to lose your hair when in reality it can happen at any time in adulthood or even earlier. Regarding the Trey Young situation, while I'm normally against making fun of somebody for their insecurity, I think the rules change a bit in sport. Part of the fun is poking fun at the opposing players to try and throw them off. Plus, he was taunting Knicks fans in the previous game, so he kind of had it coming, right? This guy here thinking that he was provoking into it, and it's okay in sport. Interesting view. I saw a story for the Trey is bold and thing. I got to say it's messed up to target someone in security like that over a sports game. Hopefully it doesn't let it get to him. Massive NBA fan, absolutely disgraceful stuff. In a world where making fun of someone's appearance is thankfully taboo, funny how hair loss remains a laughing point. I think that's a really interesting point, right? A lot of progression seems to be being made in certain areas, but this whole balding thing really lags behind, right? Another guy here watched the game live. I heard that live and got pissed off, even though I was supporting the Knicks. Trey got a good head on his shoulders to not let it bother him. And I do hope that's true. Really appreciate you getting involved with me and opening up this discussion over there on Instagram and more in this video, like I said. But in conclusion for me, guys, you know, I don't think Trey here is the one that is going to be affected by this necessarily. But let's have a little think about maybe other guys watching the game, other guys in the crowd, maybe, you know, dudes that are losing their hair, and as we know, like, who could also be really struggling with it or who are struggling with it, to hear like, oh, there's all these dudes like chanting, Trey is balding, and saying like that will really throw off his game because obviously it's lame to be balding and struggling with that, like it's this weakness, like it's this, you know, fragile thing. And you know, for someone who might be struggling with that, how does that make those people feel? You know, for me right now in this situation, having kind of gone through it all, this sort of thing doesn't faze me. But if that was me 3 years ago and I kind of, you know, when I was already telling myself like, oh, I'm so lame for going bald, I'm like weak, I'm less of a man because I'm losing my hair, you know, for that then to be reinforced by all of these like chants and all of these like people laughing about it, calling it out. If you think about it logically, that's what this was, ridiculing a young man for losing his hair in his 20s. Like, you're just reinforcing all of that negativity that these guys are like harboring away there and struggling to deal with. So that's the bit that kind of rubs me the wrong way about this. Like, in the bigger picture, like what message are we reinforcing here, or like what are we pushing? You know, what is the narrative that we're pushing, rather than like letting things like that get into your head and thinking like, oh dude, is it lame? Do a bit of research into like insecurities and why people make fun of other people for them. Let's say someone was to make fun of me for rocking this epic handlebar mustache, you know, like, oh dude, like shave that off, you look ridiculous. I'd be like, what is making you feel bad that you'd feel the need to tell me that? Do you know what I mean? Because I'm just here doing my thing, rocking my epic handlebar mustache, mate. Is this a handlebar? It's commonly called a handlebar, but I think it might have another name. Anyway, way more of a reflection on the other people dishing this stuff out is all I'm trying to say. Men of the world, right, it's time to, I've written a little cheeky note here. I've written, men of the world, it's time to stop looking at going bald as a weakness. Trey, please wear a t-shirt that says I am balding in the next game, right? And when you score that winning point or you do something epic, just please reveal that bad boy and be like, I'm balding. Use it as a strength, right? Use your comfortableness in that as a strength. You can disarm all of these people by being comfortable in yourself. You know, we're doing our thing here by talking about it, having these discussions, and just not hiding from it, right? This is what I'm saying just then. Use those feelings, however, you know, the journey, your experience with balding, use it as your own strength by just getting it out there, being honest about it, right? Not necessarily embracing it. It's not even about that. Like, even for my guys who are still in that like part of like I'm losing my hair and it sucks, man. It feels terrible. Like, don't let that be a secret, because you're only doing a good thing by sharing that, not only for yourself, but for the other guys that are kind of also struggling to deal with it. For all the bald men out there, right? Keep being proud of that, right? Keep rocking it, keep doing your thing. And I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for watching. Let's have a healthy discussion about this down in the comments section. I, of course, had to comment about this, and thank you so much for all your messages on this. So Trey, as for Chant, you know, dude's a professional. It's not going to get to him. But just think, be aware, right? Be aware of maybe the other people that you might be impacting by doing this stuff. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Right, an interesting topic. I, of course, will see you very soon for another video here at Baldcafe. At Baldcafe. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.